General Hospital spoilers, Maxie uses all her strength to reveal to Tracy the identity of the killer before she dies. General Hospital, GH, is gearing up for one of its most heartbreaking and unforgettable storylines in decades. Fans are bracing themselves for a shocking twist that could change the lives of nearly every resident of Port Charles forever. After weeks of suspense, betrayals, and tragic turns, Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, finds herself at death's door, but she refuses to leave this world before speaking the most important words of her life. In her final, harrowing moments, Maxie summons every last ounce of strength she has left and whispers the truth to Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott. The revelation of the killer's identity sends shockwaves through Tracy, who realizes that this information could alter the balance of power in Port Charles and save countless others from falling victim to the same monster. But the question lingers. Will Maxie's final words be enough to stop the killer before more blood is spilled? Breakdown explores every layer of this earth-shattering GH spoiler. Maxie's tragic fall, her decision to place her trust in Tracy, the shocking identity of the killer, and how her final sacrifice reshapes the future of Port Charles. The story begins with Maxie caught in a storm of chaos. For weeks, she's been entangled in a dark mystery surrounding a string of brutal attacks in Port Charles. Each incident has been carefully staged to look like accidents, mysterious car crashes, fainting spells that lead to fatal falls, and even poison drinks swapped at the last second. But Maxie, always a sharp observer, has noticed patterns that others brushed off. At first, Maxie doubted herself. After all, she's been through so much trauma, losing Nathan, surviving Peter, raising her children, and navigating endless heartbreak. But the puzzle pieces started clicking into place. Someone close, someone respected, someone unsuspected, was orchestrating a string of killings. Unfortunately, by the time she began putting it all together, the killer was already watching her. Maxie's health began to decline mysteriously. She suffered dizzy spells, blurred vision, and unexplained weakness. When she collapsed at the Metro Court, doctors feared a stroke, but tests revealed toxins in her bloodstream. Poison. Subtle, slow-acting, and nearly undetectable, until it was too late. Maxie was being silenced. Of all people in Port Charles, it is Tracy Quartermaine whom Maxie decides to confide in. Why Tracy? For one, Tracy has seen it all. She's sharp, cunning, and not easily manipulated. While others may dismiss Maxie's claims as paranoia, Tracy understands the darkness that lurks behind polite smiles and perfect facades. She knows power games, lies, and betrayals like the back of her hand. More importantly, Maxie knows Tracy doesn't scare easily. If anyone could carry the burden of the killer's name and weaponize it properly, it's Tracy. In a touching yet urgent scene, Maxie clutches Tracy's hand from her hospital bed, her breathing shallow. Her lips tremble as she tries to form the words, fighting against the weakening grip of poison coursing through her body. Tracy, for once dropping her hard exterior, leans in, urging her. Maxie, tell me. Don't you dare leave without saying it. Who did this? And then it happens. With tears streaming down her face, Maxie whispers the name. The killer isn't some outsider. It isn't a faceless mobster or a forgotten villain from the past. It's someone trusted, someone woven deeply into the fabric of Port Charles society. The reveal shocks Tracy to her core. Her eyes widen, her breath catches, because this isn't just a murderer, it's someone whose exposure will shake Port Charles to its very foundation. Tracy realizes immediately that Maxie has just handed her the most dangerous truth in the city. But before Maxie can say anything more, before she can explain, clarify, or beg Tracy to act, her strength gives out. Machines beep, nurses rush in, and Tracy is pushed back as Maxie's body begins to fail. Within minutes, despite desperate attempts to revive her, Maxie Jones is pronounced dead. The aftermath is both devastating and explosive. Tracy stands silently by Maxie's bedside, processing the unbearable reality. Not only has Maxie's light been extinguished far too soon, but her last words have placed Tracy in a position of terrifying responsibility. Does she immediately tell the police? Or does she hold the information close, biding her time, knowing that revealing it too quickly could put her in danger, or worse, cause the killer to strike again before authorities can act? Tracy Quartermaine has never been known for sentimentality, but in this moment, she feels the crushing weight of duty. Maxie's children, Georgie, James, Bailey, they deserve justice. And Maxie deserves to be remembered not just as a victim, but as a warrior who used her last breath to protect others. The ripple effects of Maxie's death and her whispered truth devastate Port Charles. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, feels personal responsibility. As the city's protector, she should have seen the signs. Her grief intertwines with fury as she vows to bring the killer down, no matter the cost. Max Scorpio, John J. York, Maxie's stepfather and lifelong protector, is shattered. His guilt nearly destroys him. How could he not save her when she needed him most? Spinelli Bradford Anderson is inconsolable. His great love, his partner in mischief, his co-parent gone. But his grief soon sharpens into determination. If Maxie solved the puzzle, he'll use his tech genius to back her up from beyond the grave. Brooklyn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton, is wrecked. Maxie had become her ally, her friend, and the mother figure to Bailey. Losing Maxie feels like losing a piece of herself. Georgie and James struggle with the unimaginable. Tracy wrestles with how much of the truth to reveal to the children, and when. Here's where the suspense deepens. The killer, realizing that Maxie may have revealed their identity, grows paranoid. Every sideways glance, every whispered conversation makes them wonder. Who knows? Viewers will be left on the edge of their seats, watching the killer spiral as Tracy quietly plots her next step. Will she expose them immediately, or will she gather evidence first? Meanwhile, the killer may strike again, perhaps targeting Tracy herself to ensure silence. This storyline isn't just about a murder mystery. It's about legacy, sacrifice, and the unpredictable strength of one woman who refused to die without fighting back. Maxie's final moments cement her as one of GH's greatest heroines. She may have been taken too soon, but her courage ensures that the killer won't roam free for long. Her death will also serve as a turning point for many characters. Spinelli may finally rise into a front-burner storyline of revenge and justice. Anna and Mac will throw themselves into the investigation. Brooklyn will step into a new level of responsibility for Bailey and James. And Tracy, fierce, calculating, unflinching Tracy, becomes the unexpected torchbearer of Maxie's truth. General Hospital has always thrived on heartbreak, twists, and character-driven drama. Maxie's death, while tragic, gives the soap one of its most powerful arcs in years. A mother's last breath, a whispered confession, and a secret so dangerous it could topple the entire city. This is GH at its absolute best. The killer will be unmasked. Justice will be served. But nothing will erase the pain of losing Maxie Jones. And as Tracy stares out the hospital window, Maxie's voice echoing in her ears, one thing is certain. The war for Port Charles has just begun.